Now, the original plan for Bible Adventures was because it split up the culture. So, we have a Southside Karen Baptist Church. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. See, just educate, save the United States. There are many saviors. So we group them all together to talk about heaven above, even with the Indians and everything else. See? Translators. And we'll go look at this Baptist church. It's a big little church. Now let me tell you how the churches will start working together again. See? Used to be a crime dog McGruff, take a bite out of crime, apple a day, keeps the doctor away. And Tennessee Mountain said, Smokey Bear. He said, Smokey Bear, don't throw stuff that's on fire out on the roads while you're driving down the road because it could start a forest fire. We don't want forest fires. If you ever go to California and see the Fast and Furious thing, that's a pretty good theme park they're building. And while you're over there, you can see where there was a bunch of forest fires. And that's also to remind you about not dropping nuclear bombs. So, LaCour Christian Academy. And they say, don't drink too much liquor, instead of solving the problems. So LaCour is, have an apple, we're growing new trees. Christian Academy. And what's trees? Well, trees are like branches that reach from one side of the street to the other side of the street. And they go, here's a little Christian Academy. Why? Well, we got a big church over here, Southside Karen Baptist Church. They're having church and stuff. They make a couple plans. Then they go over here, they talk to this little school. They make a couple plans. And then they work with the other churches. And they talk to the other churches. And then they talk to the state. And they go, we're making this big educational plan. How can we make an educational plan along with the regular schools for the public school? And then we work together and make an adventure. And I go, well, this church make this adventure and this church make that adventure. And maybe this church and that church don't talk to the other church, but they see the advertisement for their adventure. And then they go, well, we'll make something like that too, right? Then everybody pick an adventure. And then they go, wow. And then they go down and see what everybody has to do. And they go, well, we got another church over here, you see? Now, while you're on those Bible vacations, instead of just going to a vacation, what you do is, these little churches plan with the big churches, right? And they go on a regular adventure. And somewhere on that Bible vacation, they stop at a bigger church, meet and greet. And they go, hey, how you doing? Cool. And it says, well, we got this planned trip, but do you guys have anything special in town we didn't know about that's a surprise on this vacation Bible adventure? And that puts the adventure back in the Bible adventures. And they go, wow, what a concept. And you go, well, if you had just asked. And then you go up to North Carolina for those Army Corps of Engineers, and you see the United Nations Church to remind us about the United Nations. It's a historical church. And if you drive right around the corner, you'll see a little church that's a historical church. It's just a little tiny house church, a historical church. And across the street, you'll see a historical house for all the little houses we had to build before we could build the big ones. And that's part of the Bible adventure. And then while they're at the United Nations Church, they go, hey, you guys hear anything about the around the world culture stuff? And they go, yeah, we got another stop over here. Maybe you guys should try that next year. We got a all around the world in the United States vacation too. You give them a little pamphlet on it, right? They take it back home and they show it to their travel agents. And the travel agents go, oh man, that's a pretty cool idea. And what they do is they add a little bit of stuff into of their own, and they include everybody, which is an all-inclusive universal healthcare system.